So, Taylor Swift just got engaged. Congratulations, I guess, to this Travis Kelce guy. And first of all, I'm not a fan. I made a video about him a couple years ago on this channel when he and that girl broke up, and then it was revealed that she was going 50-50. That in itself should tell you what type of guy he is. And now he's engaged to Taylor Swift. We should not be surprised. Ladies, at this point, we should not be surprised that men practice hypergamy. Men were the ones that created hypergamy. As much as they love to get on these podcasts and talk about how, women are hypergamous by nature and it's biological, it's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. This book right here, The Great Cosmic Mother, it reveals a lot of things that a lot of us were suspicious about, and it basically reveals how early human societies function. We all know that early human societies were matriarchal and communal, and the women, they choose whoever they wanted to mate with. Most men did not get chosen, and this is where patriarchy comes in, because patriarchy in of itself controls women's choices when it comes to a mate. All right, that is the foundation of patriarchy. Controls the woman's choices, and they basically treated women like stock, because marriage was created by the patriarchy as a way to transfer assets, and that's how some men got wealthy, because they would marry into a wealthy family, they will get assets, etc. So at the end of the day, I don't even want to go too much into details, but come and join the book club. The link is in the description, sign up to my Patreon. But at the end of the day, ladies, men are the true hypergamous queens. They are the original hypergamous queens. They are the ones that invented hypergamy. So why are we surprised in 2025 that they are still practicing hypergamy? They are the ones that are way more concerned about hypergamy than we are. Let's be real. Most women are not hypergamous. They are not. Most women are not trying to marry the richest guy or whatnot. Like, most women are not interested in that. Most women marry down. A lot of women marry down. We went from a period where fathers traded their daughters for land, titles, and wealth, and men were marrying women from good families that have wealth, status, etc. Men are obsessed with status. Men have a hierarchical mindset. They are obsessed with status. Okay, so clearly they are hypergamous. So obviously hypergamy is a system created by men. They literally designed it to benefit them when it comes to wealth, status, and titles. If these men were providers and protectors like they claim to be, and they are not, women are the natural providers and protectors, why did George Clooney marry who he married? Why didn't he just marry a waitress? See, this is a reason why if you are a waitress and you think you could marry a billionaire, you are delusional. And this is the reason why I have a social climate tier on my Patreon. If you want to learn how to social climb properly, sign up to my Patreon. I have a video coming out about this very thing and how to navigate in a world of all these hypergamous queens that we call men. Now, at the same time, while these men are practicing hypergamy, they get on their high horses and they all over the place shaming women for being hypergamous. Okay, women are only practicing what their forefathers practiced. Back in the day, if you were a young girl, let's say you were 12 or 14, your father was the one that was practicing hypergamy for you. He was the one that was negotiating with families or whatnot and negotiating wealth and assets. We don't have that anymore. We don't have fathers negotiating and finding young men from good families to marry you. We have to do all that on our own. And of course, we learn that in a patriarchal system, it is beneficial for a woman to marry up, especially if she wants her children to not suffer. Most of the men complaining, their mamas did not practice hypergamy. That's why they're so mad. That's why they're so angry, and they wish they were women so that they can practice hypergamy themselves. You don't have to be a woman to practice hypergamy. You can just do it. Find a rich woman and do it. Nothing is stopping you. So all they do is shame women for practicing hypergamy. And why are they doing this? Because the only reason why they're doing this is basically projection and control. Okay, I'm holding this book because I'm hiding my cleavage. I just came back. Well, actually, no, about an hour ago, I came back from a pool party, so I'm not in the mood to change, okay? So, get this book. The link will be in the description, I guess. Not sponsored. Now, back to projection and control. Let's be honest, men don't like being out hypergamied. They just don't. They hate it. Okay, because women no longer have to be traded in marriage because women can choose because of, career, financial independence, etc. And they hate it. Like, they are not used to it. It's like women made leaps and bounds and so much progress, and men just stay behind. And not only did they stay behind, they basically regressed. Okay, so they don't like that women are doing so well financially, and they are terrified that we just want to leave them behind. They hate that. And not to mention a loss of the male advantage, because we all know before all a man had to do was have a job, bring in an income, and he was guaranteed a wife. It's not like that anymore. And they are feeling it. And they are not comfortable at all. What is left to do is for them to practice hypergamy themselves. Okay? They are out here practicing hypergamy like never before. And the fact that women are more selective, what it does, it threatens a lot of men that just cannot compete. Even though Taylor Swift is worth way more than this guy, he is still way better off and well off compared to the average man. I don't know why the average man is obsessed with hypergamy, especially, these podcast bros or whatnot. I don't know, but it's just all a misdirection because they come on here and claim that, women are the hypergamous one, women are naturally hypergamous. Like, these men, I do not know what the hell is wrong with these men. They frame hypergamy as a flaw in women, but not a flaw in a system that they created themselves. So there's a lot of resentment. But anyways, like I said, this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to say that men are still practicing hypergamy. They're doing it openly and quietly, mostly quietly. And these men are so calculated. Like, a lot of men that marry, they marry up. I have men in my family that marry up. If a man is average looking or, somewhat unattractive, and he marries a woman that is way better looking than him, even if she don't have money, he's still married up. I have men in my family, when you look at their wives come from good family. Their wives have achieved so much, and they are just mediocre, and they just happen to choose this woman to marry. And a lot of them, they don't even like their wives. Men are not marrying their dream girls. They're not marrying the women of their dreams. They're not marrying the women that they like. They're not marrying the women that they're sexually attracted to. They are practicing hypergamy. And that's the reason why a lot of men do not like their wives. Because they did not marry her because they like her. They married her because what she brought to the table. That's why they're out there asking what you bring to the table. That's classic hypergamy. Even regular ass men still prefer a woman that makes them look good socially. What men truly want is what they can have behind closed doors. Women that are not conventionally attractive, or women that have been overweight all their life, a lot of these women, I'm not saying all, okay, a lot of these women will tell you that they're basically, their dating history is dating someone that would not be seen with them in public. They don't get to meet their friends, they don't get to meet their family, they don't go out, blah blah blah. Okay, look at the situation in China. Sister Hung, all these men that were also married will go into this man. You can clearly see it's a man. Okay, you can clearly see it's a man in a wig. This man had on lipstick, no blush, no eyelash, nothing. Okay, I'm like, girl. I'm like, what is this? And they were giving her gifts or whatnot. That's what they love. The ones that they love are the ones that they keep in private. Because all men care about is their public image, what they look like. All they care about is how they look to other men. And the thing is, when they practice hypergamy, they don't call it hypergamy. They are ambitious. They are making good choices. Blah, blah, blah. Like, please give me a break. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with practicing hypergamy, but y'all need to stop shaming women for it. Y'all are hypergamous. A lot of y'all would love to marry Taylor Swift because of her money and status and beauty. And, they won't shut up about it. Men have been talking about hypergamy for years, even before podcast was a thing. I told you all this. Y'all don't get on these forums. You all are not on Reddit. You all are not following these men, and you all are not listening to them. You're not listening to them. I get in these places and I read and I know exactly how they feel about women and how they feel about the system. Because these men in the manosphere, they are complaining about hypergamy, and basically what they're doing is just creating this echo chamber and basically telling men how they are cheated out of a system. A system that's basically on its way out. What they've been doing also is sensationalizing female hypergamy, and that's just a tactic to rally the men around, because they get a following, they get these men money, and these men, they actually feel heard or they feel seen, because they feel powerless at the end of the day. So you know what, congratulations to Travis Kelce. You secured that bag, girl. Well done. So that's my thought about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement. It's not popular and I don't care. I said what I said. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and these are my opinions. Nothing I said in this video is fact. Thanks for watching.